Hello everybody. Welcome to another stream of Adobe Creative Cloud Express. It's a very special stream because guess what? We have a new feature, and it's not just a small thing, it's a pretty big deal. It's a huge new feature just launched about an hour ago from when this live stream is, and it is Content Scheduler. So we're going to cover it today. We are going to do a lot of other things, but we are going to be covering Content Scheduler a little bit today. But our stream really is here for teacher appreciation. That's right. We are here to appreciate our teachers today, and we are giving you free resources, stickers, cards, little nameplates that we made yesterday, and you can find all those resources for free for you in the link down in the description. So there's a link down below me in the description, and you can get all kinds of free resources if you are a teacher or educator. And let me show you a little bit about what those resources are. If you click on that link, I'm going to go to my libraries, but if you click on that link, it's going to take you to this folder right here. Now, I've created some templates for you to work off of if you want to. These are some thank you cards. They can be for the teachers to the students for being a good listener, doing a great job in class, or students to your teachers to allow them to feel appreciated. Sorry, let's do a vibe check real quick, get some beats going. There we go, that's better. All right, so you have all these templates available to you for free, including the name tags that we made on our last video. And in the assets folder, we have so many fun little stickers. We've got books, notebooks, orange clips, silver clips, all kinds of great little pieces that you can incorporate into your classroom or into the printed materials that you're making for your students. If there are any teachers either in the live chat or in the comments, go ahead, comment below, comment in chat, and we'd love to appreciate you. So today, we're going to be making some thank you cards, and I'm also going to be using these to make some graphics for social media, but we'll get there in a second. So what I want to do is I'm actually going to work off of this template. We could create this from scratch, but I don't really want to do that right now. We could create it. I'll kind of show you how we created it, but all we need to do is go to the link in the description. We'll click on that template and it will open up this template for us. Looks great. Looks so great. So the way that I did this is I basically just clicked on the text over here and added in the text that I wanted. So I wanted to say great job. And you can see over here that I can click on add text. Let's rebuild this. Why not? There's no rules here. You can see there, I click on rebuild text. Let's turn all of this off and make it super funky so that we can design together. All right, let's make it orange, gross. Let's turn off the filter. All right, so we have some regular text and we're just gonna click and type in what we want it to say, which is great job. Now we are going to pick a font that we like, that feels right for this. Now, it does have Adobe Fonts integration, so there are a ton of resources here. Tons and tons of choices. I have picked out one that I like, and it is Boucherie. Boucherie? I'm not sure how to say that. Actually, I really like the cursive version. So I was using the sans version here, but I really like this cursive version. So I'm gonna click on bold and see how that looks. Not into it. Let's go ahead and use the Boucherie that I was using before, which is Boucherie Sans. And we're going to click to expand that. That just means that there's other options. And I'm going to do this bold italic because I think it looks kind of superhero-y. Now you can use these little nodes right here to just click and drag that out. And we're going to put it right there on our sheet. And I can use the arrow keys if I need to move it around just a little bit. But we're going to pick some colors here, and I'm going to pick this kind of blue. It will suggest palettes for you. If you want colors, it will suggest those colors. So I want to use this red because I've used it in a project before, and I like the kind of complementaries that are happening here. So we are going to do red, and then we are going to click on shadow, and that's going to allow us to throw a shadow behind that text. Now you can change how much shadow by just using these sliders right here, right? A little bit of shadow, a lot of bit of shadow. So we want somewhere in the middle. And we also can change the angle of that shadow. So you can see it going around and around that type. And we want it going down to the right, like that lighting's kind of hitting it. So we've created some cool custom type, a little great job here. And that looks good. And then for these backgrounds, all that I did was use the shapes. And we created this pattern using these shapes right here. And we just clicked on a square. And from there, we can click on that square, and I changed some of it to be filled with white and some of it to have a border of white. So that's all that I did there. And to make copies, I made one of them, and I selected it, and I hit duplicate, and then I clicked and drug it, and you can see that it's actually it's actually aligning at all the angles. My goodness, you can see all those rulers show up. It is aligning at all of the angles, which is what we want. And maybe we fill this out a little bit more. We're just clicking on that duplicate button, and it will align all of these for us very well, so we can have that really cool pattern kind of going around. So I really, really like this pattern. And the next, oops, I can just Control Z there to undo that if I make a mistake twice. There we go. What's great about Creative Cloud Express is that we can actually resize things pretty easily into different sizes. So when I'm making this, I'm not really worrying about the composition so much for other things, but I'm keeping in mind that it may be used for other things. So what I want to do is I'm actually going to make a group of all of these squares. So you can see me, I'm just going to, oops, got the background there. I'm just going to hold shift, and I'm clicking on all of these squares that I've created to make this kind of background pattern. Now there's a lot of them, so we don't want to have to click them individually every time. And so what we're going to do is make a group to make that a little bit easier. So with all of these selected, and you can see the outlines of where they're selected, you can go ahead and click right here on group. And that's going to group everything together, make sure that it's all copacetic, it's all sticking together. And when I click to move one, it's going to move that whole pattern for me all over the place. So we've made this card, says great job, looks good. Maybe I want to find the center here, and maybe I want the back to just be white, so I don't have to worry about like the fold or things getting weird or printing too much. So what I can do to make that really, really easy is I'm just going to add in a shape and just click on a line. We're just going to add in a very simple line here, and we're going to rotate that 90 degrees. Right there. We can take the stroke of that line down to 5, and then we are just going to align right here to the middle and again to the middle. And you also can use those guides that you see right there that it just popped up with that purple. That's a nice guide to be able to just align things to the middle. So now I'm going to use a square, and I'm going to use this square to block out the backside. So we can use these little nodes on the side. So you can see that these are little pills, and then this looks like a little circle. So if we click on the little pill, we can click and drag so that it's not proportionate. And you can see there that we're hitting right on that line, and then all the way down is going to make this white. And by doing that, you can see that we still have that line there. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to, let me turn this off. There we go. I'm going to grab that line right here in our layers panel, and I need to get rid of it because I don't want it there. So all I can do is click right here and then delete. And there we go. Now I've got an awesome card. It looks like it's a little bit off center, but that's all right. And we have this awesome card to send to a teacher. So just like our other video, we can do this. We can hit download and then go to PDF and hit start download. And you can see there's a new feature. We'll get there in a second. But we can hit start download. It's going to download this file for us, and then we will be able to print it. So we're going to click here. We're going to print, Control P. And we're going to send that to our printer, and we are going to have a nice foldable card. Now, if you wanted to, you also could make this a PDF. So let's show you how to resize so we could send this digitally to our teacher. You can hear the printer screaming in the background. So to send this digitally to our teacher, we're going to delete that white part, and we are just going to go to resize. And from here, I'm going to do a custom size. And instead of being 11 by 8.5, I'm going to do 8.5 by 11. So 8.5 by 11. It's going to be a vertical sheet of paper. So we're going to hit done and watch what happens. Look at that. It has resized to the perfect size. And it keeps all your dimensions in the same place. And even though we want it a little bit different here, maybe we want this centered this time, it still has resized that. So that's how you can print, it's printing right now. That's how you can send a digital version. Now, I do want to show you how to make this for social media and how to schedule it for social media, which is going to be really cool. So we have printed, with ink's a little bit wet, we have printed, look at that, Great job. So all you need to do is now find your seam right there, and you are just going to give it a good old fold. Oh, I didn't fold that very evenly, did I? We'll pretend like it is. And now we have, there we go. Great job. We have a little card. We can write a note to our teacher on the inside, print this, or you can give it to a student. You can even put it on their desk if we want to print it this way. You could put it on their desk as a nice little thank you when they come into class. So back into Creative Cloud Express. Check this out. We've made this great graphic. I love it, but I want to post it on social media, right? And maybe I know that a certain student is going to get highlighted on Friday, right? When this live stream is happening, it's actually Tuesday. So I'm going to know that I'm going to post it on, let's say I'm going to post it on Instagram. So I can click here and there we go. We're ready for Instagram. So right now it is keeping everything over to that side and I do want it centered, but that's easy. All I need to do is grab this type and I'm going to click and drag it right here to the center. You can see it will have that purple line once I lock into the center. All right, there's the center. Let's go right there. Sure. Oh, there's one. Oh. I'm going to visually do it. All right. So there's a center and this background, because we grouped it, when it's resized, we can very easily just click and add and drag it around to where we need it to be. Now, if we need to duplicate more, you can double click in here. You can double click on the object right there. And then you can just click on duplicate again. Where is duplicate? Maybe I need to ungroup it. All right, so let's ungroup it. So let's click, let's ungroup, there we go. And then let's duplicate this by selecting it and going to duplicate. And we'll add a couple more pieces here. And you can see it is locking me in on that pattern with all of those gorgeous guides. And we are going to grab one more here. And I'm really just trying to make it so that it lines up well for when we post on social media. So we're duplicating to get this whole pattern going and looks good to me. So now we've got this cool pattern. We've got this type. Watch this. What we're going to do is we are going to schedule this to go to social media. And maybe I want this to be a little bit bigger. There we go. That looks fun. So now it is the size of an Instagram post, and I could download it and then get the PNG, upload it to Instagram. Boring. What we can do now, and I'm going to change the scale of this. So something that I can do is I can actually come in here to my layers panel. And I believe, let's see if this is a thing. I believe I can select all of these layers. I can't. Okay, I lied. I lied, y'all. I'm just here lying to you. So I'm gonna hit Control A to select everything. And then I'm going to hold Shift to deselect that type. And then I'm just gonna make a group. So I wanna make sure that it stays grouped in the background. So we have all that downloading. I don't want to remember. I'm going to have to set a reminder on my device to post this on social media to highlight my student. No, never again. We can simply come up here to schedule your post to social media, a new button. It's a new button, and we can click on schedule that post to social media. And it's going to take you to this new site, schedule.adobe.com/calendar. And it's going to tell you a little bit about the workflow. So basically, if you're working on a single image or single video post, it will be able to publish to an Instagram business profile, right? If you're doing carousels, that kind of stuff, it will actually send a push notification to the Creative Cloud Express app. You do need to do it. It will convert over, but you need it to manually push. This is because there are some limitations with Instagram. If you are going on a business profile, you're good to go. If your personal profile, I don't know. So that rhymed unintentionally. So I have connected my accounts. You can go to connections right here, and you can see my accounts on the profiles. It is just hawk.co on all social media, if you'd like to follow. And it is connected. You can see you go through some steps there. And I have my Twitter and my Instagram connected. So from here, I have my graphic that I want to use, and this looks great. And I can choose that we want it to go out on Friday. So we're gonna do Friday. Oops, that's Saturday. Friday the 13th. It's Friday the 13th. And then I want it to post at 8:45, right before the students get into class, right? And so we can simply go into adding our caption and say, great job to our star student, Cody Bear. All right, Cody, congratulations. So great job to our star student, Cody Bear. We add in, and maybe we want to add an emoji. You can just click on this button and add in a little emoji. Little thumbs up sounds good. So that looks great. We've got our media in there. Everything's looking good. Let's go ahead and hit schedule. Oh, I need to select a channel. That's what I need to select. So up here, we need to select our channel, and I want to post it on Instagram. And why not? Let's put it on Twitter as well. We can select as many as we can. And we are going to hit preview right here. And there we go. It is showing us what it looks like on Instagram. We've got our little tag down here. We have it on Twitter. It's posting all together. There's a nice little post preview. And we want this to go through. And check this out. We can actually add a comment for Instagram. So if you want to add a first comment that maybe is a bunch of hashtags, hashtag students, hashtag Creative Cloud Express, whatever hashtags that you want to add in there, you can add those hashtags and it will post it as the first comment on that post, right? Really fun. So I'm going to go ahead and hit schedule, and the magic is happening. Congratulations, we've scheduled our first post. We did it. It's magic. And we can continue through. So if we want to add more, here's what we can do is I'm going to click through these real quick. Got it. Yes. Got it. All right. If you want more information, you can click learn right here, and that will give you a lot more information. So let's say that maybe I want a lead up to that, and I'm going to post on Thursday as well. All I need to do is click right here on new post. And then we are going to go to Instagram, looks good, and we can add media right here. So this is really, really cool. So we can either pick an image from your device, right? This is great, sure, whatever. If we have a picture, if we have something that we've created in a different program, awesome. But we're here for Creative Cloud Express. You can click on Creative Cloud Express and check this out. It's actually going to allow us to upload one of our other images. So yesterday we made this nameplate for Cody Bear. So I'm going to hit select right here. It is going to process that for me from the template that I've created. It is going to create that image, and then it is going to magically load it in right there. It is loaded in for our piece. We can hit edit if we want, and we can actually crop this. So maybe I just want to crop it into my name. Let's see here. Let's crop it in a little bit tighter right there. Looks pretty good to me. So let's hit save. So it's going to crop that in. Now we've got just my name looking good. We're going to hit done, and then we are going to hit upload. So it's going to upload that into the cloud. The Adobe Sensei is taking care of everything for us. And then we can schedule that again on Thursday, 8:47. Sure. We can add in our little caption, and maybe we just have a little heart emoji. And then we can publish via mobile app. So this will send you the notification for you to publish in the mobile app. You can get more information about it here and just read about it. But basically, it'll pop up in the mobile app and ask you if you want to post. So we're gonna hit schedule and check it out. It is now scheduled for Thursday. It will post automatically. So I will be using this all of the time. It is such a great time saver to be able to schedule all of your posts, all of your social media all at once. You can look at the week, or you can look at the month and check that out. It's showing you the captions, it's showing you the images that are going out, a little bit of everything. Magic. So we're gonna go ahead and we can continue adding if we wanted to, but we're gonna jump back into Creative Cloud Express because I do wanna show you one more thing. And what that is I wanna show you how to resize this again. Maybe you wanna post on Instagram stories. So the great thing about Creative Cloud Express is you can just click on resize right here, and you can click on Instagram stories, and wow, it's resized for Instagram stories. We might need to rescale some things a bit, but that's fine. We can simply come in here and just drag this up and drag this down. So we've got a nice little centered. Maybe we want our text to be a little bit bigger here. And there we go. Now I've got an Instagram story. So there's all kinds of awesome resources that you can use. And I do want to highlight some of the pieces that we've created in our new library for you. Again, if you're an educator, if you're anyone, you can go ahead and click on the link in the description and it will give you a bunch of resources and links to this library. So this library should show up. It should say teacher appreciation right here. and it should show up in your library. We have all the templates that we've created, and let's go ahead and jump to another template. This is the other template that I've created for you. It's just a green template, a nice little note to send to a teacher, and it's opening that template for us. All done, looking great, just for you. You could print it as is, or you could add some fun stickers, which is what we're gonna do. So you can come into the libraries, and we are just going to look at assets and hit view all. And here we can add in whatever stickers that we want. So maybe we want this pencil. I feel like the pencil is the teacher thing to put in there. So we can click here, and that looks pretty good. Maybe I do want to add in a filter. So let's click on a filter and see. Maybe we want it to be in the colors of the background that are looking there, right? So all we need to do is click on the duotone, and then we're gonna click on the shadows and use the eyedropper tool. The shadows we want to be this dark green color, and then the highlights we want to be this lighter green color. So using that eyedropper tool, we're just gonna click on the background, and check that out. It actually made it so that it's sitting in the background, just like those kind of waves in the background. Now I'm not mad about it. I kind of like it. All right, we'll leave it there. So it is creating that effect that we have in the background because it's changing all of the lights to the lighter color and all the darks to the darker color. So we've got a little bit of everything there. So this looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and add one more of those, going to libraries, and let's add in the ruler. Actually, let's add a backpack in the background. So we're gonna add in this backpack right here. And the cool thing about Creative Cloud Express, I believe, is, yes, you can apply this to multiple things all together. So literally, we're just going to use the same settings that we had, and we are going to use that eyedropper tool. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. So it's looking a little bit dark because I picked the wrong colors. I'm a professional, I promise. There we go. Looking good there. And if we want to add a little bit extra darkness, we can change it to multiply. It's going to make it really dark. Let's try screen's going to make it really light. All right, we'll leave it at normal. And we'll leave that as a faint little memory in the background. There we go. And we can rotate that by just clicking to rotate right there. So this looks pretty good, but let's say that we want to make it into a square because you know where I'm going. We're going to content schedule it. We can go to resize. We can go to Instagram, click on that square. That's looking pretty good. And we're just going to resize these little bounding boxes right here to go around the edges. And again, use the pills if you want to grab the edges and kind of stretch it. Use the corner dots if you would like to change it proportionally or make it so that it stays in whatever shape that it is. So we're making this into a nice little square. We love our pencil. I don't love our backpack, so we're going to delete that. And then I'm going to grab our text and just make it nice and large. And you can see we have a problem that the text is getting cut off. We can come down here to our layers panel and just grab this pen and pull it behind that text. So then here, if we want to put this all on one line, let's go ahead and drag that out and then change right there in our text. We can change it to one line. And you'll see as we drag it out, it changes it to be on one line. So we're going to drag that right to the center, drag a little thank you for all you do. And we want this to definitely go into our social media for our teacher friends. So it is saving currently. It auto saves here in Creative Cloud Express. And after it's saved, you can come over here to the content scheduler. And I'm going to schedule this one to go out today. It is loading that media that we just created off of that free resource. I want to post to Twitter, I want to post to Instagram, and I want to do it today at, let's say, 10 o'clock. So 10 o'clock a.m. Oh, there we go. Let's do 10:55. Actually, there we go. There we go. We finally got there. So done. We can add thank you to all of our teachers. Thank you to all of our teachers. And then we are just going to hit this schedule, and it is going to schedule it for us on social media. And you can see it's going out on Twitter and Instagram a little bit later today. So thank you so much for joining me. Hopefully you enjoyed the new features. Hopefully you can make some awesome thank you cards. Physical and the green screen. Physical, or if you want to post on social media using Content Scheduler, you can check that out as well. Get all those resources and more in the description down below, and make sure you click that subscribe button wherever it's floating so you can stay up to date with the latest like Content Scheduler here in Creative Cloud Express. I'm Andrew Hockrattle, and I had a great time. If you are an educator or teacher, we love you. We appreciate you. One of my favorite teachers was my mom. I was homeschooled for a little while, and she taught me to use my imagination, to always keep growing, to always stay creative, and just do my own thing, which is awesome because that's what we get to do here on Adobe Live together. So I will see you another time. Thanks so much for joining me, and have some fun with Content Scheduler. See you later.